Okay, this is going to go fast. Obligation with a period. Why will it go fast? Because there is very little difference between a period and a condition. Okay, the rules that apply to condition more often than not applies to period as well. Okay, that's why this is going to go fast. Okay, the only difference between a period and a condition is an obligation whose fulfillment a day certain has been fixed shall be demandable only when the day comes. Suspensive period. Diba? So just like condition, it has a suspensive period. Okay? An obligation whose fulfillment a day certain has been fixed shall be demandable only when the day comes. Parang, I promise to give you 50,000 pesos if you graduate. What kind of condition? What kind of condition? I promise to pay 50,000 pesos if you graduate. What kind of condition? What kind of condition did I impose? I promise to pay 50,000 pesos if you graduate from college. What kind of condition? Hello? Natitig lang kayo. Oh, I promise to pay you 50,000 pesos if you graduate from college. Period condition.
No.
Period condition.
No.
Condition. Diba? Oh, what kind of condition? Suspensive, resolutory.
Suspend.
When am I liable? When am I liable? Ha? When? Upon graduation. Diba? I can only be liable upon graduation. Right? It's not as if I promise to pay you allowance of every week until you graduate. Then it's resolutory. Once you graduate, no more obligation to give you allowance. Right? Oh. So, if it is subject to a suspensive condition, I become liable only upon the happening of the condition. Right? Suspensive. Or suspend. Right? There is also suspensive period. If I say I will pay you on a due date, I will only be liable when the due date arrives. But I promise to pay you on Sunday. But am I liable now? Not yet. Wait for Sunday. Suspensive period. Followed? How about the second paragraph? Obligation with resolutory period takes effect at once but terminate upon the arrival of the day certain. I promise to give you an allowance. Diba? A daily allowance until December this year. Once December comes in, no more obligation. Right? Kuha? Oh, resolutory period. Just like condition, there is a resolutory period. Kuha? Kuha nyo? It's the same. Now, of course, what's a day certain? It then tells you, a day certain is understood to be one which must necessarily come, although it may not be known when. Kahit na hindi mo alam kailan mangyayari, basta sigurado kang mangyayari, that's a period. Okay? Example, hence, yung biro ko sa inyo, I promise to pay you 50,000 pesos when you graduate from college. Period condition. Period condition. Diba? Napakababa ng tingin mo sa sarili. The answer there, correct answer is, it's a condition. However, some lawyers have argued, no, it's a period. Bakit? Sure, it is sure to happen. We will graduate from college. It's just a question of when. Will it take me 10 years? 5 years? But I will surely graduate from college. Then it's a period. Because under the definition, a day certain is understood to be that which must necessarily come, although you do not know when. So ang answer, I promise to pay you 50,000 when you graduate. Period condition. Okay? The answer is still condition. Okay? The only time you can argue to me that it's a period is after you pass the bar. Because that is an argument used by lawyers. Okay? Followed? Followed? So it's still a condition. So ano yan? What's the example? Okay. A better example, I promise to pay you 50,000 pesos if your dog dies. Condition, period. I promise to pay you 50,000 pesos if your dog dies. Period, condition. Period. Why? The dog will die. You just don't know when. You just don't know. It's similar to, okay. Remember yung sinabi natin, I promise to pay you 5,000 pesos if it rains next month. Period, condition. Period, condition. What? Period, condition. Condition. Why? It may or may not rain next month. But I promise to pay you 5,000 pesos if it rains next year.
Period.
Period. Why? Tiyak uulan. You know it will rain. It's impossible not to rain for a year. Diba? So therefore, it is sure to happen. Although you don't know which day it will happen. Okay? So be very careful about that. Okay? Please note, if the uncertainty is whether or not it will happen, then it's conditional. Okay? Then it is conditional. That's 93. 94. In case of loss, deterioration or improvement of the thing before the arrival of the day certain, 1189 applies. Kita nyo, it follows the same rules. Loss, improvement, deterioration of conditions is the same rule that will apply to period. Okay? 1195. Anything paid or delivered before the arrival of the period, the obligor being unaware of the period or believing that the obligation has become due and demandable, may be recovered with fruits and interest. 1160. What's 1160? Solution indemnity. Diba? If you are paid something which is not due to you, return. Right? Oh. 1196. Whenever in a period, an obligation, a period is designated, it is presumed to have been established for both the benefit of the creditor and debtor, unless from the tenor of the same and other circumstances, it should appear that the period has been established in favor of one or the other. An example niya. Okay. We will not meet on Thursday and Tuesday. Sure. I did. Not that I know of, but okay. We will not meet on Tuesday and on Thursday and on Tuesday. Why? You have to submit to me next Thursday a summary of all the slides that we have taken so far.
What?
Okay? Submit to me a summary of all the slides we have tackled so far. Okay? Question. What's your obligation? What's your obligation?
Be absent.
Submit a summary. Period, condition.
Yeah.
When is the period? Until when is the period?
Next Thursday.
Thursday. Deadline. Thursday. Right? Question. For whose benefit is the 1 week period?
You?
Whose benefit is the 1 week period for? Or why? You don't go to class? But you have to prepare the summary. Diba? So what is the period for? For you to be able to do the summary. Because if I don't give you time to do the summary, you won't be able to comply with the obligation. Right? Right? Does it benefit me?
Yes. No.
Why how will it benefit me? Then your answer is correct.
Huh?
Diba? Ha? Nawala. Diba? Oh, does the period benefit me? How? I don't have to go to class. I don't have to work. I just wait for you guys. Right?
Oh, yeah.
See?
Right.
So it benefits me. It's just like a debt. You borrowed money from me. Diba? I charge interest. Period is for both our benefit. It gives you time to raise the money. I earn interest at the same time. Right? Unless it can be seen that it was purely for the benefit of one party or the other. Example. So let's go back to the summary. Okay? Next Thursday. As soon as I enter the classroom, sir, we need more time. But we can't finish on time kasi dami na ginagawa and all that. Okay. Sabi ko, sige, submit it on next Tuesday. The extension is no longer for my benefit. It's for your benefit. Kuha? Kuha? Oh, that is what 1196 is talking about. Why? So that, then papasok yung mga question, oh, I gave you sufficient time. Yes, but you earned interest in it. So don't throw that argument at me. Diba? Because you earned money. Followed? Kuha? 97. If the obligation does not fix a period, but from its nature and the circumstances, it can be inferred that the period was intended. Court may fix the duration thereof. Court may also fix the duration of the period when it depends upon the will of the debtor. Okay. Another example na, 97. I promise to pay you 50,000 pesos. Or 50. I promise to pay you 50 pesos. Little by little. Condition period. I promise to pay you 50 pesos little by little. Obligation, condition period. Period by period.
Obligation.
I promise to pay you 500 pesos as soon as I have the money. Condition period. The slide with the blackboard there. You have a copy of the slide. The slide with the blackboard. What does that slide with the blackboard say? No, nasan yung slide with the blackboard? I promise to pay you 500 pesos when I have the money to pay you.
Obligation.
Condition period.
Condition.
Based on what article? Look at your slides. May blackboard doon. Hanapin yung slides na may blackboard doon sa kanto doon. Hanapin yung slides na may blackboard. Kaya kasabi sa doon, print out yung slides. May blackboard dyan. Ayun! Oh! Si blackboard! Sumabot si blackboard! Ano? 1180. Look at article 1180. Pay, I promise to pay you when my means permit me. Little by little. When I have the money. It's not a condition of obligation. It's actually a period. Diba? So, since it's a period, you can go to court and tell the court, Your Honor, he promised to pay me when he has the money. He hasn't paid me yet. Can you fix the period? The court will fix the period. Diba? Ganun din. I'll pay when able. Diba? I'll pay when able. The court will fix correct. Okay? I'll pay when I want to pay. The court will fix a period. Go ha? Oh, please note, there is no such thing as a potestative period. Okay? There is no potestative period. There's only potestative condition. Why? Period is sure to happen. Okay? Then of course, In every case, the court shall determine such period as may under the circumstances have been properly contemplated by the parties. Once fixed by the court, period cannot be changed by them. Okay, what's that? Okay, so, I promise to pay you 500 pesos when I have the money. Well, we know it's a period, right? Now it's a period. So, when you started collecting, I refused to pay. I don't have the money yet. Okay? So what do? You go to court. Your Honor, he promised to pay me when he has the money according to the civil code on obligations and contracts. That's an obligation with a period. Diba? Can you please fix the period? Court will say, okay, you're right, that is with a period. Okay, Attorney Manabat, you pay your student 500 pesos within 5 years. Parehang, Your Honor, may mali yata. Bakit 500 pesos? 5 years? Baka naman yata nagbibiro kayo. Why? It's too long a time. That's not within the contemplation of the parties. If that was 5 million, maybe 5 years is reasonable. 500,000, maybe 5 years is reasonable. 500 pesos. Wow, that's 100 peso per year. Sobrang, court cannot put that kind of a period. He must take into consideration the circumstances where it was probably contemplated by the parties. Followed? Go ha? Ito. Debtor shall lose every right to make use of the period. What does that mean? When the debtor loses the right to make use of the period, it means even though there is a suspensive period, even though I am not yet liable for the debt, I can be made liable immediately. I can be made liable immediately. Okay? That is when you lose the benefit of the period. Okay? In what instances? Number 1, when after the obligation has been contracted, he becomes insolvent unless he gives a guarantee or security for the debt. Question. What's insolvent? What does that mean? Insolvent. Senyor, dictionary, hindi niya sinilid sa dictionary na. What's insolvent? Sasabihin sa inyo ng dictionary, inability to pay debt. Tama? What's bankruptcy? What's bankruptcy? Huh? Bankrupt? If you're bankrupt? No. Inability to pay debt. Yan sa dictionary. Bankrupt? Tama? So, is bankrupt and insolvency the same?
Yes.
Is bankrupt and insolvency the same?
Yes.
Yes, no.
Yes, no.
Answer, no. Why? What does insolvency mean?
Unable to pay the debt.
Diba? It's actually the effect, but it is not the meaning. If you are insolvent, you are unable to pay your debt. If you are bankrupt, you're unable to pay your debt. But what's the definition? There's a difference. Okay? What's the difference? What does insolvent mean? You cut the word into parts. In, prefix in, what does it mean?
And
If in is a prefix, what does it mean?
no.
Not. Diba? Invisible, not visible. Right? Indestructible, cannot be destroyed. Right? Insolvent. What is solvent? What is solvent?
Pay debt.
Solvent?
Payable.
Any other alternative meaning? Dissolves. cannot dissolve. Cannot, what does that mean? Cannot dissolve. You've taken up accounting, basic accounting? Diba? Basic accounting. What are the kinds of assets?
Current, non-current.
Current and non-current. What's the old name of current and non-current? Patay kayo. Akala ko ba, obi ko na yung pinagsak. Accounting na to eh. What's the old name of current and non-current? Current and non-current. The old name. Fixed assets are non-current. O ano ang lumang pangalan ng current? If the old name of non-current asset is fixed, what's the old name of current? Under the old names, current is liquid assets.
Oh.
Liquid asset, hence liquid cash. Anything that's cash is liquid.
Good to know.
If you are cash, if you have a lot of cash, then you are liquid. Diba? You are liquid. Otherwise, you are, if you
Solid.
don't have enough liquid in your body, you are
Gas.
You are called constipated. You are illiquid. Diba? Not liquid or not solvent. Right? You are not solvent or insolvent. Okay? Which means, insolvency means not having sufficient cash to pay your debt. Please note, it does not talk of bankruptcy. Bankruptcy is you do not have sufficient asset to pay your debt. Mas malala ang status ng bankrupt. Okay? Mas malala ang status ng bankrupt. Bakit? Wala kang property to pay your debt. Or kulang ang property mo to pay the debt. Insolvency, only the cash is kulang. Okay? What's an example? Question, are you familiar with the bank called Banco Filipino? Do you know of Banco Filipino? Does anyone know of the old bank called Banco Filipino? Eh? Who lives in Parañaque? Parañaque? Parañaque. Who lives in BF Homes? BF Homes? Does anyone know anyone who lives in BF Homes? Parañaque? Diba?
No.
Do you know BF Homes? Diba? What does the BF stand for? Diba? Of course, it's Banco Filipino.
Yeah.
Why? Banco Filipino used to be the Philippines' largest and most stable bank. Okay? Larger than BPI. BPI was number 3. Number 1 was Banco Filipino. Their tagline, subok na matibay, subok na matatag. Okay? So, why? What happened to Banco Filipino? Now it's gone. Okay? This used to be owned by the Aguirres. So for those living in BF Homes, there is an Aguirre Avenue. That's the name of the owner. Okay? That's the name of their owner. Okay? Why was it very stable? It went into real estate. Diba? Lahat ng deposito ng mga depositors nila, ininvest nila in real property that they started selling. So ang laki ng income ng Banco Filipino. They can afford to give high interest rates. Okay? Oh, what happened? Far East Bank happened. Bakit? Ang yabang kasi ng Far East Bank, they wanted to become the largest bank in the Philippines. Under Jobo Fernandez, they made an offer to the Aguirre. Sabi nila, Mr. Aguirre, how much are you selling Banco Filipino? Sabi ni Aguirre, at sino ka? Kay Jobo Fernandez, president ng Far East Bank, sino ka? You're just an upstart. Why are you buying our bank? It's not for sale. na-insulto si Jobo Fernandez. Darating ang araw, mabibili ko yan yung bangko. Okay. What happened? Later on, after 5 years, Jobo Fernandez was appointed Central Bank Governor by Marcos. Central Bank Governor. What did Jobo Fernandez do? First, he called off all debts. Yung utang ng mga bangko sa Central Bank, bayaran nyo muna. So, offset, bayad. Then, he floated around a rumor that Bangko Filipino is in financial trouble. What happened? Automatically, the depositors went to Bangko Filipino all in one day asking for their money back. Diba? Asking for their money back. Hindi makapagbayad ang Bangko Filipino. So, is it because merong ng problema sa pera? Hindi. Hindi nyo ba naman ba lahat yung pera nyo? Hindi namin may babayad. Bakit? Nasa lupa. Diba? It's all in real estate. Okay? Don't ask for it now. Diba? I can give it to you, but I have to sell the properties. Insolvency. Kuha? They have sufficient assets to pay. They just don't have cash. Kuha? O what happened to Bangko Filipino? Because of its insolvency, Far East Bank stepped in and said, we will pay all the depositors. They acquired Bangko Filipino. Nabili na Bangko Filipino. Kuha? Oh, insolvency. Now, what does that mean? You loaned somebody 1 million pesos. Okay, 1 million pesos. That somebody suddenly became insolvent. Do you have to wait for due date? Kuha niyo yung... Okay, you loan somebody 1 million pesos payable on December this year. Tomorrow, he's declared insolvent. You have to wait till December to get your money. Ask for your money. Bakit? Baka wala ka na mahabol. Diba? You might not have anything to run after if you wait till December. Pay me now. You lost the benefit of the period. Kuha? Can the debtor recover the period? Yes. If he gives a guarantee or security. Ba? Pay me now. You're insolvent. Sabihin niya, teka, eto si Mr. Soriano. Andres Soriano, may-ari na San Miguel Corporation. Will guarantee me. O, nasa akin yung property niyan. Mababayaran ka by December. Then you get the period reinstated. You are now not liable until December. Kuha? Or, oo, wala akong pera. Eto, property muna. No, pag hindi kita binayaran, benta mo. Meron ka na naman ulit period. The debtor gets reinstated the period. Followed? Followed? Oh, that's the first. Second, you loan somebody 1 million pesos. He promised to give to you a parcel of land as security. Collateral. After giving to him 1 million, sabi mo, nasa ng titulo? Hindi, okay na. Okay na yan, wag mo nang kunin yung... Teka, kaya kita pinangutang. Dahil kasi, kailangan mong ibigay sa akin yung collateral. O ha? Sanla. Okay? You went to the pawn shop. I have my tablet, I need money. Can I give loan? Give me money, I will give you my tablet. Sanla. After giving to you the money, biglang kinuha mo yung pera, hindi mo na binalik yung, hindi mo na inabot yung tablet. Ano gagawin sa'yo ng pawn shop? Ano gagawin sa'yo ng pawn shop? Hello? Are we still alive? Oh, you went to the pawn shop, you borrowed money, told the pawn shop, I will give my tablet as security. Okay? Eh, medyo bobo yung kahera, inabot mo na sa iyo yung pera bago kinuha yung tablet. Pagkaabot sa iyo ng pera, uy, thank you, umalis ka na. Ano gagawin sa iyo ng kahera? Ha? hahabulin ka, oy, teka, balik mo yung pera. Bakit? Hindi mo binigay yung tablet. Right? Hindi mo binigay yung tablet eh. Right? Oh. Number 2. Diba? Even if it is payable next week, hindi mo binigay yung tablet na security, it becomes due immediately. Followed? Number 3. Take note. Number 3 contemplates two different situations. One, when by the fault of the debtor, the security is impaired. Or by fortuitous event, the security disappears. Okay, dalawang instance yan. Okay? One is the security is damaged with the fault of debtor. But if it's fortuitous event, it must be totally lost. Okay? Then debtor loses benefit of period. It becomes due and demandable. Okay? Kuha? So, A, borrowed money from you for 1 million using as security his Starex van. Brand new Starex van, I will leave to you as security for my debt. Okay? On the way to your house, biglang may lumipad na ibon. Tinamaan yung headlamp ng Starex, basag. Okay? Question. Does the debtor lose the benefit of the period? Does the debtor lose the benefit of the period? Yes, no. Diba? Debtor borrowed 1 million pesos secured by a Starex van. Okay? As he was about to deliver the van, while driving on the highway, a bird flew in front of the van, hit the headlights, broke the headlights. Okay? Does the debtor lose the benefit of the period? Yes, no. Yes, no. Nakakabahan ako sa inyo. The law is there. The law is there and you cannot find the answer. What? Does the debtor lose the benefit of the period? Why? The answer is no. Why? What was the damage? What was the damage? Did you lose the car? No, so it's only impaired, right? By what reason? Was it the fault of the debtor? Fortuitous event. Diba? For fortuitous event to make the debtor lose the benefit of the period, the entire security must disappear. Kuha? The entire security must disappear. If it is only damaged by fortuitous event, debtor does not lose the benefit of the period. Kuha? Kuha? Let's go the other way around. Okay? Borrowed 1 million from you, secured by a Starex van. Okay? As he was about to deliver the Starex van to you, after giving to you the money, he was going to deliver the Starex van. He decided to go drinking first before delivering the van. Diba? So very drunk, he was about to drive the van to you. He fell off a cliff. Luckily, he was able to jump free, but the van is totally lost. Question: does the debtor lose the benefit of the period? Yes. Why? Eh, yung ang impaired, mawawala na eh. Nawala pa yung buong security, lalo ka nang liable. Right? So, ha? Oh. Okay? So, let's go back again. This time, there is no, A borrowed money from you, 1 million pesos. After giving him his money, the money, he drives the car, the Starex van towards your house. Eh talagang barumbado mag-drive. Nagasgasan si Starex. Question, does he lose the benefit of the period? Diba? barumbado mag-drive. Nagasgasan si ano. Does he lose the benefit of the period? Yes. He has impaired the guarantee. Diba? He has impaired the guarantee. Question, can he recover it? Can he recover the period? How? Pagdating dun sa bahay, mo, nagasgasan eh, sorry, hindi ko, ano, oh, you lost the benefit of the period. Are you willing to accept my Porsche instead? Of course. Diba? Oh, Porsche, ang ipapalit sa star, oh, call! Meron na ulit siyang period. Why? Be furnished a new security, equally acceptable. Followed? Oh, that's number 3. Oh. Number 4, when debtor violates any undertaking in consideration of which the creditor agreed to the period. And then, the best example I can give to you is, that you can remember, is telenovela. Sino dito mahilig sa mga telenovela? Telenovela? Common plot. Diba? Rich boy falls in love with poor girl. Falls in love with poor girl. Okay? But poor girl, good influence to boy. Diba? So they met in high school. When they met in high school, the guy was irresponsible, hindi nag-aaral, barumbado, and all that until he met the girl. When he met the girl, he started to clean up. Okay? Nag-aaral na, nag-ano. So eventually, mother, father says, uy, good influence tong babae. Diba? Sana hindi na maghiwalay itong dalawa. Uy, that's unusual. Normally yan, nilalabasan ng cheque ng tatay yung babae, di ba? No, ito hindi. He's a good influence. Okay, what good. After graduating from senior high, all of a sudden, the guy reverted back to bago, wala na namang ambisyon, tamad, hindi naman laging lasing. Okay? Father talks to mom, tells mom, ano nangyari sa anak natin? Okay. Mukhang magbe-break sila ng ng kanyang girlfriend. Bakit? Pumasasalasan yung dalawa. Boyfriend, pumasa, gumawa ng exam. Eh, hindi yata makakatuloy yung girl for college.
Oh, bayad na.
Why? Doesn't have money for... Sabi ka, hindi pwede na. Ano yan? Pag nangyari yun, baka hindi makagraduate ng college yung anak natin. So, what does father do? Father calls the girl.
Libre.
And the parents.
Oh, bro.
Oh, pasok. Ano ba ang problema? Bakit hindi ka makapasok sa... Bakit hindi ka makapag-aral sa Lasal? Kasi wala akong tuition. Yun lang ba ang problema?
Oh.
Rich dad eh, di ba? So, banat. Pautahin kita. Sige. No interest. Payable after 5 years after you graduate. Ano? 5 years after you graduate. Mag-aral ka lang sa Lasal. Huwag mong iwanan ng anak ko para siya makagraduate. Kasi good influence ka. Diba? Natuturuan mo siya. Pagkasama ka niya, nag-aaral, nagiging responsable, tsaka ano, please, pautahin kita. If you are the girl, will you accept?
Yes.
Diba? Of course. Diba? Free scholarship. Non-interest taking. Diba? Oh. So, pasok sa Lasal, yung mag-boyfriend. They were happy for the first 2 years. Noong 3rd year, girl met new guy.
Oh, cheater.
Girl met new guy. Girl breaks up with boy.
Oh, shit.
Girl breaks up with rich boy. Question. Does the girl lose the benefit of the period?
No.
The 5 years after graduation, does she lose the benefit of the period? Answer, yes. Why? You violated the undertaking. Kaya ka pinangutang para maalagaan mo yung boyfriend mo na makagraduate. Huwag mong iiwan. Iniwan mo. Bayad ka. Followed? Followed? You violated the terms of the agreement. Kuha? Oh. Finally, when the debtor attempts to abscond. What's abscond?
Escape.
Hide, escape. Ibig.
Ibucha.
Ah. You met your friend, you told your friend, oh, yung utang mo sa akin 1 million, bayaran mo na ako. Bukas, lunchtime. Okay, pay me lunchtime tomorrow. Okay? So 1 million pesos, kampante ka, kaibigan mo. Okay? The next day, you were out jogging, you happen to pass by the house of your friend. Nakita mo, nagkakagulo yung buong pamilya. Sinasakay lahat ang gamit mo sa van. Bilis-bilis na baka tayo maabutan. Question, antayin po balance time. Tatakas na nga eh. Humingi ka na ngayon. Diba? Pay me now. Bakit? Nagtatago ka na eh. Diba? Text not come. He loses the benefit of the period. Followed? So those are the instances where debtor loses the benefit of the period. Question. Obligation, conditional, period. Pure, conditional, period. Once, pure, conditional, period. Twice, pure, conditional, period. Guys? So, again, we end up with true or false. Number 3, an obligation to pay a sum of money if the son, the strongest team in the league, wins the championship is a valid conditional obligation. An obligation to pay a sum of money if the son, the strongest team in the league, wins the championship is a valid conditional obligation. True, false.
True na? True ah. No explanation.
Shy naman kayo eh. What? What? True, false.
True na. Let's go through. Easy.
But true. A condition is always a future event, the results of which cannot be known by the parties. A condition is always a future event, the results of which cannot be known by the parties. True, false. False?
Wait lang.
Why false? Because conditions can be past events that are not known to the party. Pacquiao fight, remember? That was the example.
Oh.
Delayed telecast of Pacquiao. Right? Oh. Jose promises to paint Mario's house if Jose is not late tomorrow. It's a valid conditional obligation. Jose promises to paint Mario's house if Jose is not late tomorrow. It's a valid conditional obligation. True, false. True, false. Why false? So what if it's controlled by Jose?
Control condition. Wait lang.
False, true. True.
True?
True.
True ba? Wait. Is it true?
False.
Think ko false eh. True? False na. Let's
True,
go.
false. I'm looking for a specific word.
I can't remember. I know it's in our class all the
Answer, false. Why
Oh,
false?
false right, but what is it?
We took it out. We took it out.
It's a self-obligation eh.
Your rationale is correct. I'm looking for the legal basis.
It's
Why is this not a valid conditional obligation? Kulang pa. Nakuha ko na yung word. Kulang na yung phrase. Are all potestative conditions void? Kuha mo na, potestative, is all potestative.
What is it?
Are all potestative conditions void? Not all. Which ones are void? That's potestative. Are all potestative conditions void? No. When is it void? Potestative conditions dependent upon the sole will of the debtor renders the obligation void. Jose. That's the rationale. False. Why? It is a potestative condition dependent upon the sole will of the debtor. Hence, is void. Right? Right? Number 6. Okay? I like the way some of you are thinking already. Why? Instinctively, you know if it is right or wrong. You know already. Is it true, false? False. Why false? Basta, it doesn't look right eh. Diba? Bakit eh? Kasi ano? Diba? Why? It means that you already recognize the legal principles. Diba? You can understand. Okay? The challenge now is looking for the legal justification.
Wala na eh.
So, in this particular case, false. Why? Obligations that conditions that are dependent upon the sole will of the debtor are void, renders the obligation void. Yun yung hinahanap ko. Okay? Yun yung hinahanap kong phrase. Okay? That is why humahaba yung inyong mga answers. You try to explain it in
Basic words.
in your terms when citing the provision, citing the principle of law, gets the answer done in one term, in one sentence. Okay? Number 9. Suspensive period or condition suspends the validity or extinguishment of an obligation. True, false. Number 9. Suspensive period or condition suspends the validity or extinguishment of an obligation. True, false. True, false. Number 9. Suspensive period or condition suspends the validity or extinguishment of an obligation.
Wala, I wrote it siya.
True, false. What? Suspensive condition, period or condition suspends the validity or extinguishment of an obligation. True, false.
True na.
Answer is false.
Ha? Okay.
Okay. Hanapin nyo na lang bakit false.
Shit.
Because the suspension of the extinguishment of the obligation is not suspensive. It's resolutory. Diba? The extinguishment of the obligation is resolutory, not suspensive. Kuha? Kuha? Oh. An obligation to pay the creditor when the debtor feels like paying the obligation is void. An obligation to pay the creditor when the debtor feels like paying the obligation is void. True, false. Obligation to pay the creditor when the debtor feels like paying the obligation is void. True, false. True, false. What? True, false. Kasi true or false pa lang yan. True, false.
True.
Is it void?
True.
Is it void?
Yes.
No, it's valid.
That's valid.
Huh? Oh, is it valid? Yes. Is it?
Is it?
It's an obligation to the period. Correct. Yes, it's valid. It's an obligation in the period. The slide again with the little blackboard on the corner over there. Remember? The slide with the blackboard. It is an obligation in the period. Right? These are the enumeration. Please note the enumerations. Then, Gavin promised to deliver a specific dog to Trichy on Wednesday next week. Come Friday next week, Trichy remembered the promise of Gavin, and given that the obligation of Gavin is 2 days overdue, Trichy filed for an action for specific performance with damages due to delay. Will the case of Trichy prosper? Justify. Now, will the action of Trichy prosper?
I love the answer.
Why not? Why? No damages because
The specific dog is
due to delay. There's no personal delay. There is. Oh. Will the case prosper? Oh. No demand, no delay. Diba? Richie has failed to make a demand. Therefore, there is no delay. Diba? He cannot just file an action for delay when she did not make a demand. Okay? She must make a demand first.
Oh, nice.
Followed? No. Bobby promised to pay Jeremy 50,000 if Jeremy will paint Bobby's room according to the design Bobby made. After making this promise, the parties promptly forgot about the promise until 5 years later. At that time, Jeremy remembered the promise of Bobby and thus went to Bobby's house with all the painting supplies and would like to comply with the condition that Bobby imposed to be able to get the promised 50,000. Bobby refused to let Jeremy paint the room because he has already had the room painted last year. Jeremy sued Bobby for 50,000 for the 50,000 he was promised. Can he do so? Why not? The period is not what is reasonably contemplated by the parties. 5 years. Diba? To comply. Okay? Followed? It does not appear that the 5-year lapse of time was reasonably contemplated by the parties. In fact, the fact that Bobby already had it painted means he lost interest with the offer already of Jeremy. Kuha? Oh. Okay. Oh, question. Obligation with the period, condition, pure. Period, condition, pure. Once. Period, condition, pure. Twice. Period, condition, pure. Thrice. So. Ah. We now come to